Oh, hi. Oh, it's so nice to know I'm not on my own out here in this barren desert ruins. It's so nice to know one's not alone, isn't it? I'm Goldie the Navigator, and I navigate life through the lens of the Golden Rule. Do you know what the Golden Rule is? That's right. Treat others the way you'd like to be treated. With my golden compass, I navigate through kindness, empathy, respect, and civility to better understand this life and my place in it. I was sent from the late 1800s to present-day Arizona to help you all understand Arizona's vast and majestic history. Would you join me on this journey? You will? Oh, happy day. This will be a grand adventure. Wow, this place sure does look different than back in the day. This used to be a trading post called Scorpion Gulch here in South Mountain. And you could buy jewelry, leather goods, indigenous made items from different Native American tribes, candy, and soda, all right here. So much has changed. Change truly is the only constant, isn't it? Whew. Whew. Sure is hot. Wow. I reckon my head's a burning and a blistering under this scorching sun. I sure am grateful for my handy handkerchief and my canteen. I do wonder though, what else has been invented since my time to help us with this unbearable heat during the summer months? There has to be more than canteens and handkerchiefs to keep us cool. Would you come along with me to find out? You will? Oh, thank you kindly. You are all so kind and altogether lovely. I have a few friends that follow me around where I time travel to lend their helping hands. And I think it's far time we call on Penny the Punctual. She's always there when I need a friend. And isn't that what the Golden Rule is all about? Oh, this must be the new way of getting around. It looks like some sort of modern stagecoach.
Goldie, so happy to hear from you, my friend. Jump on in.
Penny, my dearest friend. First, I'd like to introduce you to my new friends. They'll be joining us on this adventure in this, what's this contraption?
It's a car, Goldie. But you didn't know. It's a modern contraption used by folks to get from point A to point B in a mighty speed.
I've never been in a car before, have you? That's most brilliant. Shucks, if cars exist, I am thrilled to find out what else does. Where in tarnation is that wild wind blowing from?
Oh, my dear, it's the air conditioning. It's a modern invention.
The air conditioning? This most definitely is something we must navigate. Penny, that sure was an act of kindness of you turning on this here air conditioning. What's an act of kindness you've shown a friend?
Good luck, Goldie. And if you ever need anything, my friend, You just whistle. I have me map, and I'm happy to help you out, no matter what. It was nice to make your acquaintance, and thank you so much for helping me friend Goldie. Remember that when you lend a helping hand, it ripples out, and it affects everyone for the good. Fare you well, Goldie.
Au revoir, Penny. Till we meet again.
Good job, Goldie.
Oh.
Till we meet again.
These modern horses.
Goodbye, my friends.
Thank you kindly. Downtown Phoenix. Did you know Phoenix was acquired in 1848 and was officially founded in 1868? And under President William Howard Taft, Arizona was officially admitted into the Union on February 14th, 1912, making it the 48th state in the grand U.S. of A. The U.S. bought the Sonoran Desert from Mexico for $10 million, in large part due to the building of the railroad. Population in 1868, 74. Population in 1912, 29,053. Population in present day, 2020, 1,703,080, with that number rising more and more every day. Phoenix is the largest city in Arizona, and it is the 5th largest city in America. This being such a large city and all, I bet we can find someone that could help us better understand this magical air conditioning. I think we need to go in the direction of kindness. Cold blowing air feels like a gigantic act of kindness in this here furnace of a state. Giddy up, partners! I'm so grateful for my golden compass. I've come to find that when you've got good intentions behind your motives, the right doors open and the golden paths appear. It appears we've found ourselves in Gettle, Arizona's first noble friend to bring air conditioning to residents. I wonder if we can find a friend to help us understand air conditioning. Hi!
I'm Dan with Gettle. Welcome to Gettle. Did you bring a mask, or we have some if you need one?
I could probably find a mask.
Yeah,
I can find many things in my handy bag.
We want to be sure we protect you and our employees, and great.
Now, why do we have to wear this mask, Dan?
So we don't spread the coronavirus, and that we protect people that are vulnerable to those kinds of sicknesses.
Well, I had no idea I landed in a pandemic. We're gonna have to come back to this in a next episode.
Well, welcome to Gettle. If you have a moment, let's go into my office, and I'll tell you some things about the 81-year history of this great company.
Absolutely. Is it okay if I bring my friends?
Sure, yeah, bring them.
Come and join
bring them
us.
all in. I've been with the company, with Gettle, 31 years. I'm now the longest serving manager in the history of Gettle. And I've been president, I've been chief executive officer, I've been license holder, I've been chairman, and I've been owner, and now I'm a senior advisor. The Gettle brothers came to Arizona in the 1930s and started a sheet metal business, and I knew 4 of the 5 brothers when I came to Gettle 31 years ago. And they developed sheet metal products, and also started with evaporative coolers. And they grew from that point into the 1970s, when they were the largest residential air conditioning contractor in the United States. The last 2 years, 2018 and 2019, Gettle was named one of the fastest growing companies in the United States by Inc. 5000 organization. Phoenix is either number 1 or number 2 as the fastest growing cities. So we're located in 4 states right now, in California, Texas, Nevada, and our founding state of Arizona.
So Arizona is the founding state. So what inspired them in, was it 1939?
Well, that's when Gettle Air Conditioning was formed. They had their company, Sheet Metal Company, and they actually came out in the earlier 30s and maybe 35 or so. And one of the reasons they came out is one of the brothers had breathing problems, asthma. And at that time, the dry climates were thought to be beneficial to people that had tuberculosis and other breathing maladies. So that's one of the reasons that they came. And then they had some ideas about a business that would help cool. At that time, the air conditioning had been developed actually a little earlier in the 20s, but primarily used in commercial buildings like hotels, in medical facilities, and one of the earlier uses was in printing companies where they need to control the humidity and the thickness of the paper. But there was not much in terms of air conditioning in homes other than the historical ways that people kept cool with wet sheets at night and some evaporative cooling. By the end of the 30s, the Gettle brothers had decided to be strong in the business of providing air conditioning for regular people that would be smaller and affordable. And that had obviously a tremendous impact on this area in the state of Arizona.
Wow. I am grateful to those brothers. That's for sure, because I come from the time when you had to wrap yourself in a wet blanket and stick your hands in buckets just to sleep.
Humans have been trying to find air conditioning in the hot climates, whether it's in Egypt or Arabia or Death Valley or wherever, going back thousands of years. One of the air conditioning techniques that comes from those far back times was to tap into underground springs that had cold water and guide those over rock walls that would then provide cooling in caves and places that the humans at that time lived. And that even carries on a little bit today. In Death Valley, there's a castle that was built in the 20s, and I was there many years ago, but air conditioning there at the time I was there was spring water brought in at about 55 degrees that was poured over a rock face that looked like a fireplace that was about 20 feet tall, and then with fans blowing against that rock face with the cold water. And it cooled that entire castle to where you needed a sweater. So there's been attempts at air conditioning for people for thousands of years, and then up to maybe 100 years ago, evap coolers. And Gettle's first order, when Gettle Air Conditioning was founded on Valentine's Day in 1939, was an order from the city of Phoenix for 500 evaporative coolers. And then from there, Gettle developed air conditioning products that would allow you to cool in indoor spaces at a colder level than what an evaporative cooler using water could do.
So where was the first Gettle air conditioner installed?
My understanding is that first air conditioner was installed on their own factory. And at that time, Gettle had testing inside their factory and manufacturing, and they were testing a lot of products where you would need heat or air conditioning in those test facilities to create climates that would prove out their designs in air conditioners. Gettle was a leader from 1930 on in developing highly efficient air conditioners, and the air conditioners, unlike the evap cooler, circulate air from the inside of the house. They don't take any air normally in a residence from the outside.
How in tarnation do you keep that cool air inside a building?
The normal approach, typical approach, is they're taking inside air, putting it through air conditioner that has a coil in it that is made cold by this refrigerant that's passing through it. It takes the heat out of the air into the refrigerant, and the refrigerant goes to an outside coil, which then exhausts the heat to the outside. But the air never leaves the home. The air is recycled continuously, and it's the inside air being cooled that's different from an evap cooler, where all of its air is coming from the outside.
So how did you find yourself so invested in such a reputable company?
Heard their vision for the company, which was to really focus the company on developing the best air conditioning equipment in the world, particularly for hot climates like Arizona, and that their goals were to develop equipment, air conditioning equipment that was much more efficient, that would reduce utility bills, would save energy. And 31 years ago, that was kind of a new topic, really. The air conditioners now are, when I came, the designs that exist at that time, use half the energy now that was used then. And so that's been a tremendous help in not having to build more power plants, and also to provide more comfort. And so that was their objective, because air conditioning isn't just cooling like we think. Air conditioning is conditioning the air by taking dirt out of the air, filtration. Yeah, air conditioning is putting humidity back in the air if the home's too dry. It's taking humidity out of the air, and it also includes purifying the air, and there are a variety of ways of doing that.
What advice do you have for young folk out there dreaming about the many possibilities for their lives?
To take advantage of educational and training opportunities that will come to you as you go through your elementary school, then to high school, and then either into advanced education or training. In our case, our people that work in air conditioning and skilled trades like air conditioning, electricians, automotive, and plumbing is a great career. You can make a great living, you can take care of your family, and so I would say to have an open mind about what your future might be, and consider the trades like Gettle is in, that provide services, safety, health, and comfort to people, and also pets, of course. One of the reasons I've been here this long is I need to work for a company or an organization that I'm proud of. Gettle is one of the companies that our employees are proud to work for, because we help people, and we answer the call when it's really, really hot, and a person might be returning home with some sickness, or maybe even from a hospital visit, and our technicians go the extra mile to help them get some air conditioning in their homes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dan Burke. I think that is just wonderful, and I feel honored to have been able to talk today with an incredible human who is doing something so reputable for the community and for life in Arizona. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and best wishes to the students, and let's hope they all keep cool.
Back in my day, it was next to impossible to sleep inside during those scorching summer months. Well, my neighbors and I, we had to. Here, let me show you. Air conditioning sure has made such an impact on the quality of life for us here in the desert, and kindness has been the direction to navigate this cold, blowing air. Don't you think it's an act of kindness that you can walk into your school or your home in the middle of summer and not sweat buckets? Well, friends, I am off to slumberland. Oh, sleep tight. Don't let the scorpions bite. Good morning, friends. I just had the most pleasant dreams. And I hope you did too. I'm just so grateful towards the Arizona of today. Modern technology really has made it possible for humankind to inhabit this dry climate. And in doing so, has created so many job opportunities. I think it's important to remember where we've been so we can better understand where we're going. I wonder which direction we should venture to next. Civility. Civility is the act of showing regard by being polite. Like when Mr. Dan Burke at Gettle asked me to put my mask on because of COVID-19. Or it's speaking kindly and calmly when someone's hurt your feelings. Has anyone ever hurt your feelings? How did you act or react to that given circumstance? Well, friends, I encourage you to journal, talk with each other, and discuss this in class with your teacher. And when we return, we will dive deeper into how civility relates to our amazing Arizona state and this global pandemic we've found ourselves in. Till we meet again, may your days and nights be laced with light. This has been brought to you by Arizona Golden Rule Educational Experiences.